this beautiful silvery March morning after the spring equinox, we are doing a very chatty review and flip through of Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Tarot Deck and Guidebook. And we are trying to do it before the bin men come. For Thursday is the day when the bin men come. But when the bin men come, when the bin men come, cease recording when the bin men come, when the bin men come, when the bin men come, cease recording when the bin men come. I appreciate the bin men. I appreciate that they take the refuse. But the bin, it's very loud. Anyway, so this absolutely beautiful deck was a gift from my partner last Christmas. It's written by Casey Gilly, and the art is by Tomas Hijo. This box, we have got dark crystal stuff going everywhere. Just, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yes. Now, first things first, this deck is probably really only going to appeal to you if you are a mega fan of the dark crystal. And you will also need to know about the sadly canceled Netflix series that they released. We're going to put that there for a second. Which is so good. Guidebook is lovely. There we go. There's that crystal that honestly causes so many problems in this universe. Just beautiful. I just need to talk about this art because I love it. But once again, these cards, I mean, they're gorgeous. And I mean, I definitely feel that you could use them even if you're not familiar with the universe. But, oh, knowing the universe and knowing who the characters are and what happens to them will really enhance your your enjoyment. I have one gripe, and I understand why they did it, because illustrating an entire, we're going to move this over here, illustrating an entire tarot deck is a lot, but they went with that traditional pip card situation where they just have items. Therefore, while I'm going to give you a quick little glance through the pip cards, look at that. That's what the Skeksis were before they became the worst. And honestly, I don't forgive them when they turn back into these at the end of the original Dark Crystal, because they killed everybody. They committed something that starts with G. And sorry, I don't have forgiveness for those who commit things that start with G. But then again, sorry, I'm going to turn off the fangirl discourse. Yeah, so these are the pip cards. It's just, I mean, they're really pretty, but I do like to have people and figures happening in there. I will mention that, ooh, I think that the way that this cardstock is, and the matte finish, and the way that it shuffles, it is definitely one of my favorite out of the decks that I own. Just for that. It's just, oh, slides beautifully, but not too much. Feels lovely in your hands, and it's not too big. It's a nice size. So yeah, we're not gonna flip through these because, I mean, they're nice. I love them, but once you've seen one or two from a suit, you've seen them. Ooh, sorry, Helena. Okay, we're gonna set that over there. So we will start I have this? Yeah, there we go. Firstly, beautiful backs, as we can see. So we'll just do a quick flip through here. So we have the Fool, who is, I believe his name is Jan from the original movie. Because I have to talk about, oh my word, my partner and I, when we finally really watched The Dark Crystal, the original film, and realized like what it was that Jim Henson was doing. Oh my word. First of all, I need to talk about, this is one of my favorites. This character, Mother Agra, oh, she's everything. She is very much a creation of Frank Oz, and my partner and I both joke that Frank Oz is a little bit too in love with her, because the way he speaks of this character, we're like, okay, Frank, okay, but oof. And we really appreciated how much more screen time and development they gave her in the very sadly canceled Netflix series. But oof, yeah. But anyway, my partner and I very much joke about just the wonderfulness, not joke, we were in awe of Jim Henson strolling up to his producer and being like, I'm gonna make a film. It's gonna be with puppets. It's gonna be set on an alien planet. No one is going to speak any human language that exists. So, you know, no English or any other language. They're going to speak their own alien language. And it also has very dark themes. And something that wipes out people that starts with the letter G. And the poor producer's like, okay, I mean, you can make that, you can make that, but give me another Muppet movie first, because we have to have money. So Jim's like, all right. Then Jim makes it and realizes, yeah, no, we really need to have words that are understandable by humans that currently exist here. Look at that. Oof, yeah. So that's what we ended up with. And we just, so a joke in our household is just, Jim, what are you doing, Jim? Jim. We love Jim. We love all of the artists that work on this. And 100%, I recommend the series that they made, the sadly canceled series that they made for Netflix. But I will warn you that your heart will be broken because it will end and it's over. Although I do believe that the Jim Henson Company has, there's a ton of extended media. This is part of that extended media. This tarot deck is part of that extended media. I think there's like comic books and stuff, and we need to get into it because we need to know more. But they really just dug deep into the world. And now this tarot deck is definitely more than just, it's not a cash grab. It's not just a, ooh, fan thing. Like some of the, I don't know, like the Disney Villains deck, different decks that I've seen where it's just like, ooh, we popped on the characters using the tarot system, cool, whatever. No, this, you can tell from the guidebook, from the art, that the two people that were involved in making this deck, they love tarot, they understand tarot, and this was definitely a labor of love with a lot of love put into it. And so I think even without the Dark Crystal in your arsenal of thought, you're still going to get something out of it. It's still going to speak. The guidebook is still going to speak. But I mean, it'll connect more with your heart if you know what the characters are. I really wanted to use this deck because I have a very deep connection with this deck. So I decided to separate out the major arcana and the court cards and shuffle those and use those kind of in an oracle setting for the reading I'm doing later today. Just because the art is fantastic and I have a big connection with it. And, you know, you can tell what the original, well, not really so much on that one, but like here, you can kind of get what's going on even if you don't know the characters. Full disclosure, I love Dark Crystal, but what my heart really calls out for, and I'm just going to speak this out into the universe, to any magical artists, we need we need a Fraggle Rock tarot. I want either a Fraggle Rock tarot or Oracle deck situation. First of all, the trash heap Marjorie, that's a major arcana thing. I mean, I made her, no, it wasn't major. I made her an ace in the deck that I drew. The Fraggle Rock is everything, and so that's really what we want. Me and my partner really want a Fraggle Rock situation. Honestly, I think if they made a Fraggle Rock deck, my partner would go from just being delighted by me liking tarot and would fully embrace it into his soul and life. Just saying. So I'm just trying to manifest that real quick. We need a Fraggle Rock tarot. It might exist. I might need to Google, but Fraggle Rock tarot. I mean, even by the same artist and writer. I love it. I want it. Yes, please. Thank you. Of course, in this deck, as in many decks, the suits are changed up to kind of fit the theme. I will say that this causes a confusion for me. So like here in this instance, in this deck, stones isn't pentacles, as I naturally would assume. It's swords. So that definitely throws me. In my Wildwood Tarot, stones are pentacles, which makes sense. So there's a lot of times where I am not sure what I'm actually looking at. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Gems in this deck are pentacles. My earthy earth suit. For this character alone, you need to see the Netflix series that was sadly canceled. This is honestly one of my most favorite cards in this deck. And when I first got this deck, I drew her so many times. And she just touches my heartstrings. Oh my word, yes. So that is the Dark Crystal Tarot. Just wanted to put that out there in case you're a fan of that, you want that, and also say that it's a very good deck for reading. I just wish that our pip cards had a little bit more going on than this. Even though that's beautiful, I want some more symbolism to dig into. That might just be a me thing. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic, beautiful day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.